There are a number of decent gaming laptops that you'll find in the budget of 60,000 that can let you play games such as the one behind me at respectable frame rates on decent settings. And in this video, we'll be trying to look at the 5 best laptops that we could find under 60,000 that can help you achieve that goal. But before we do that, let's also take a look at the processors and graphic cards you can expect in this budget and the ones that you should ideally be going for. Starting with the processors, we see 3 key processors in this budget that are really high performance. These are starting with the AMD 4600H Ryzen, which is best of the line, by far ahead of anything Intel has to offer in this budget or even a segment above. Next we have the Intel 9th generation Core i5-9300H, decent processor but not as powerful as the 4600H. Approximately a difference of 15 to 20% in the performance if you look at the two processors. And then finally we have the 3550H, which is the previous generation Ryzen from AMD, which again is approximately 10-15% slower than the 9300H. So the 4600H is by far the best processor in this budget, followed by the 9300H from Intel. And then finally closing in the third spot is the AMD Ryzen 3550H. Now if I talk about the graphic cards, there's not a lot of options here. There's the Nvidia 1650 GTX, which is almost a 2 generation old card now, but pretty capable card, can run decent games at respectable settings, and this is the one that you'll find in this budget. Now it comes in 3 variants. The first is the 1650 Ti, which is the most powerful of the bunch and sort of the best you will find in this budget. This is followed by the 1650 Ti Max-Q, which is sort of a optimized version of 1650 Ti, keeping in mind the power efficiency in mind. So the intent of Max-Q is not to generate enough heat, make sure that the battery life doesn't suffer, and that's why it's been clocked down from the 1650 Ti. That also takes a hit on its performance, and it is approximately 10-15% slower than the 1650 Ti. And then finally we have third 1650 family in the same bucket. This is the 1650. In terms of performance, it is similar to 1650 Ti Max-Q, so not much of a difference. What we see is that the Ti Max-Q tends to perform better at lower settings, but at higher settings it is the 1650 that just races ahead. So all in all, my preferred GPU in this budget is the 1650 Ti, and then if not that, you can go either with the 1650 Ti Max-Q or the 1650. Alright then, now that we've discussed the hardware, let's take a look at the laptops that are available in this budget. The first laptop on the list is the Acer Aspire 7, which is by far the best laptop in this whole budget because it comes with the 1650 Ti. Now, like I said, this is the best graphic card you will get in this budget, and that is why this is my favorite laptop of all the laptops that I've looked at. Other specifications, if I look at it, include you get 2 options. Either you can pick a 9th generation Intel Core i5-9300H or an AMD 3550H quad-core processor. Then on the other hand, you also get 8 GB of RAM, 500 GB storage space, 15.6-inch display that is Full HD of course, and a battery that is rated at 48 watt-hour. You also get 4 USB ports, including a USB-C and a bunch of USB 3.1 ports in there as well. And then finally, if I talk about the weight, slightly bulky, this laptop weighs around 2.2 kg, but I think that's the norm for gaming laptops in this budget as well. So all in all, I think it is a decent package, especially the one with Intel processor, and that makes it probably the best, the most powerful gaming laptop in this budget, at least for me. Moving on, the next laptop on the list is the Lenovo Ideapad Gaming 3R. That's a confusing name, but what makes this laptop so great is that it comes with a Ryzen 4600H processor, which, like I said, even beats a 10th generation Core i7. So by far the best processor in this budget, and otherwise also it's a decently spec laptop. You get 1650 GTX 4GB, unfortunately not the Ti version, but along with that you get 256 GB of solid state drive and 1 TB of regular hard disk space. Then other specs include Windows 10 of course, 15.6-inch display, rated at 250 nits, 8 GB of RAM that is clocked at 3200 MHz, so slightly faster than some of the other competitors that we see in this market, and then a 45 watt-hour battery and a weight of 2.2 kg. So all in all, a pretty decent laptop while the GPU is not the best, the other specs more than make up for it, and that's why this is the second favorite laptop that I have on this list here. So the next laptop on the list is the MSI GF63, and this one comes with a 9th generation Core i5 9300H. This is also one of the laptops that's been equipped with a 1650 Ti with Max-Q, and that's because this laptop has been designed keeping the sleekness in mind, keeping the thermal efficiency in mind, and the form factor in mind. So you see the 1650 Ti Max-Q, and that also reflects in the weight. This is probably the lightest laptop in the segment at around 1.85 kg. Other specifications include a 9th generation Core i5 9300H, 512 GB of solid state drive space, 8 GB RAM, Windows 10 of course, a 15.6 inch display, and a 51 watt-hour battery. So that's a slightly bigger battery than some of the other laptops in this budget, not by much, but that's again one of the largest battery. And then you also get a bunch of USB ports, including a USB 3.2 port as well as some USB-A ports that are again USB 3.0 standard. So all in all, again, decent laptop. The processor is decent, the CPU, the GPU is also decent. What wins it for me is the weight and the overall form factor. So yeah, that's about it. The next one on the list is the HP Pavilion 50. Now this one again comes with a 9th generation Intel Core i5 and an NVIDIA 1650. So not too much different from the other laptops that we've seen so far. Other specifications include 512 GB of solid state drive, 15.6 inch display, rated at 250 nits. Although the battery is slightly larger at 52.5 watt-hour. And then we also have a bunch of USB ports that are USB 3.2 standard. So that's another thing that works in this laptop's favor. All in all, a decent all-rounded package, but nothing that excels really in one area or the other. So a decent all-rounder all in all. Now the final laptop on the list is the Lenovo Legion Y540. This is not too different in terms of raw specs when I compare it to the HP Pavilion that we just spoke about. So it is, if I look at the key specs, they are largely the same, including a 9th generation Core i5, the NVIDIA 1650, 512 GB space, 2.2 to 2.3 kg of weight, and a 52.5 watt-hour battery. Although the USB ports on this one are slightly of older standard compared to the HP one, but then you also get 1 month of Xbox Gaming Pass on the Lenovo machines. So pretty similar to the HP one and not too much of a different specs compared to the HP one. And all in all, I would say both these laptops are pretty decent, well-rounded laptops. But given that there are better laptops in this budget, I would definitely go for those compared to these. So to summarize, I think if gaming is my only purpose, I would definitely go for the Acer Aspire 7 because that has the best card in this budget. And while the difference is not too huge between the 1650 and the 1650 Ti, there's still a substantial difference, and just to future-proof myself a little better, I would go for the one with better graphic card. If not that, then I would probably go for the Lenovo Ideapad 3R, given that it has an AMD Ryzen 4600H, which is by far the best processor in this budget, or even a segment or two above. So these are the two laptops that would be my top laptops in this budget, but of course others are decent and well equipped as well. So I hope you found this video useful and it could help you in that final decision as you look to purchase that laptop in this price bracket. And for similar videos, do subscribe to us. Thank you so much for watching.